Welcome to DCTV Thursdays. I'm Andrew Genosi, and this is your news from Durham College and across the globe. Former NFL running back O.J. Simpson has died of prostate cancer at the age of 76. He has been battling cancer for a couple of years now in hospice care. He is known for playing for the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers as a running back. His family announced his death in Las Vegas on social media as he is surrounded by his children and grandchildren, and they ask to be left in peace and to respect their privacy. A 39-year-old mother left her 3 kids for hours in a car outside of the Pickering Casino. Casino security located the car, leaving a 2-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 10-year-old unsupervised. During the search through the security footage, police discovered that the children were left in the car for over 4 hours. Both parents were charged under the Child, Youth, and Family Services Act. The Children's Aid Society have also been notified and are currently investigating the incident. Now, over to DC correspondent Jillian with DC Murals.
As you walk through the corridors by the Media and Arts Design faculty, there are many spectacular artworks and projects by our very own students at Durham College. Among many, the murals at the Sea Wing have been grabbing everyone's attention.
I really had like a defined art style. I kind of just like to try stuff out and see what worked and see what didn't. For this mural specifically here, I wanted to go with a design that kind of just like gave people like a warm sort of like, I don't know, not necessarily relaxing, but maybe like invigorating feeling, like just up and at 'em, like get a bit more live. And I wanted to use a lot of colors for it.
Since the summer semester, these students have been working on the murals. Aside from expressing their creativity, this also let us witness the progress as they let each brushstroke do the work.
I think they're so talented. Like, I can't believe that they do that. Like, especially these birds behind me. Like, they're so lifelike, and it's really cool.
As we can see, not only these students get to show their art styles and express their imagination, but also they get to leave a historical mark for the college, showcasing how extraordinary our students are, especially when it comes to the arts. For DCTV News in Oshawa, I'm Jillian Koo.
Things are heating up in Ottawa for Trudeau. With unrest across all 3 federal parties, the NDP and Conservatives have passed a motion through the House of Commons that calls on the Liberal government to host a publicized federal-provincial summit on the carbon tax within the next 5 weeks. This ruling came Wednesday, while the Prime Minister was at a public inquiry regarding alleged foreign interference in Canada's most recent elections. Prime Minister Trudeau has been adamant on his government's position on the carbon tax, accusing opposing parties of misinforming Canadians. With homelessness on the rise, inflation crippling the pocketbooks of countless Canadians, and popularity at an all-time low, Ontario Premier Doug Ford has tackled the one issue plaguing us all: LCBO packaging. Ford's government is requiring the provincial-run liquor distributor to provide brown paper packaging for their customers. The LCBO removed the antiquated packaging this last September, with the branch commenting that it does not know how soon the packaging will be available to customers again. Remember, folks, drink responsibly. And that's all for your news for today. Next up, Evan has everything you need to know from the world of sports. Over to you, Evan.
The Leafs are on a 3-game winning streak, and hopefully it stays that way. They gladly welcome back Mitch Marner after he was out due to an injury. They first won against their rivals on Sunday against the Montreal Canadiens 4-2. Then on Monday, they won 3-2 in overtime against the Penguins. They had a big win on Tuesday against the Devils, which was 5-2. And tonight they play the Devils again, and hopefully they follow through with getting their 4th winning streak. The Jays suffered a tough loss of 6-1 last night against the Mariners out of their 3-game series. They had 2 victories for the first 2 games of the series that were 5-2 and 5-3. There is a rumor that the player from the Mariners had a problem with the Jays coach, so hopefully it blows over starting tomorrow. The Jays start their 3-game series with the Rockies. Hopefully they will start it off, as this is the first time they have played the Rockies since last year. In Champions League football, there were 2 big games in the quarterfinals. It was the France vs. Spain rivalry that had all fans on the edge of their seats. PSG scored 2 big goals, but it wasn't enough to gain an aggregate advantage, as Barcelona scored 3 goals to win their first leg 3-2. In the other match, it was a close 2-1 game between German club Borussia Dortmund and Spanish giants Atletico Madrid. With the second leg being played in Germany, Dortmund will be hoping to use their home field advantage to come back from their 1-goal deficit. Now here is DC correspondent Ross Granado with an update on the Durham College gyms.
Exam season is here for Durham College students, which means the school sports gymnasiums are closed for the time being. Don't worry though, just because the gymnasiums are closed doesn't mean that you can't stay active on campus during exam season. There are many places where you can go for a run or even go down to the campus recreation center to use the school's fitness center.
Well, luckily, there's a lot of places to go and run. The gym is open, so you can go upstairs, use your pass to get in. Luckily, it's included with tuition, so you don't have to rely on the actual gym spaces being open. And I'm assuming most of the sports activities that the college and the university run will resume after exams are done.
Gymnasiums 1 and 2 are the main gyms that are closed and are located in the campus health and wellness center. Don't forget, it is also important to take a break and focus on your exams so you can keep your physical and mental health in check as well. For DCTV News, I'm Ross Granado.
Nike have made a new shoe for this summer's Olympic Games. After a bad year of sales compared to usual, Nike are hoping to raise their profits. The popular sports brand are also providing the kits for many big countries, including Canada, China, Germany, France, and others. The new Pegasus shoes are selling at a retail price of between $130 and $160. With new shoes being improved upon all the time, we can expect these shoes to have all the newest technology to help the athletes play at the highest level. That's a wrap on sports. Next up, we go over to Alyssa, who has the latest scoop in the world of entertainment.
Thank you, Evan. Ryan Gosling will be the next host on Saturday Night Live. The show he will be hosting is going to be on April 13th. This will be the third time hosting after his recent film he was in, Barbie. Even Ken has his fangirl moments. The preview for SNL shows Ryan Gosling fangirling over Chris Stapleton, practicing what he's going to say to the country star in his dressing room. The first time Ryan was on SNL was back in 2015, while the second time was in 2017. Lady Gaga is making her long-awaited debut as Harley Quinn alongside Joaquin Phoenix's reprisal of his Oscar-winning Joker in the first trial of Joker Folie à Deux, released on Tuesday. Joker Folie à Deux will premiere in theaters on October 4th, 2024. Details on how director Todd Phillips will present these legacy characters in his sequel have yet to be released. But based on how he treated the Joker in his hit 2019 film, it's safe to say that Folie will represent a departure from what the comics contain. Bridget Jones' Diary is making a comeback. Helen Fielding's fourth book in the series, Bridget Jones' Diary, Mad About the Boy, will be released on February 14th, 2025. The last film that was made for the series was back in 2016, Bridget Jones' Baby, almost 10 years prior. Fans are very excited for this long-awaited comeback in the series. It has been said that this will be the final film from the series to be produced. We now will have Hannah doing a story on the portfolio showcased for photography students from Durham College.
Durham College photography students will get the chance to show off their work in an end-of-year showcase. Graduating students of the photography program will be presenting their portfolios at the Station Gallery in Whitby.
I'm just really excited to see all these different photos, all the different unique experiences, different captures that people have. I really find it really interesting and unique when you can see different perspectives of photos. So I'm really looking forward to seeing a whole bunch of different unique photos and events that people have been to.
The portfolio showcase will take place on April 17th from 4 to 8 p.m. All are welcome and encouraged to attend the showcase and get a glimpse into what photography students have been up to this semester.
Well, I'm actually quite excited to see many different, styles of photography. I'm actually kind of a big fan of photography myself. I've been taking some of my own photos, so I'd really like to see how other people actually do their own styles.
Students are excited to showcase the work they've been doing all semester. For DCTV News in Oshawa, I'm Hannah Gibbons.
Zendaya has offered up some rare remarks about boyfriend Tom Holland in a joint interview with Vogue and British Vogue. The Challenger's star praised her Spider-Man Homecoming co-star for how he handled things after the film was released in 2017. We were both very, very young, but my career was already kind of going, and his changed overnight. One day you're a kid and you're at a pub with your friends, and then the next day you're Spider-Man, she said. I definitely watched his life kind of change in front of me, but he handled it really beautifully. That is all from the world of entertainment. We'll be back with the weather after this message.
Thanks, Alyssa. For our fantastic forecast this week, today will be raining with a high of 16 and a low of 8. The rain will continue into Friday with a high sitting at 12 and a low of 4. On Saturday, expect some wind gusts with a high of 10 and a low of 3. The rain will return with a vengeance on Sunday with a high sitting at an 11 and a low of 3. Finally, after a rainy weekend, expect a sunny Monday with a high of 17 and a low of 3. And that is it for your 5-day forecast. Time to send it back to Andrew at the news desk.
Thanks, Kent. That concludes our DCTV news from Durham College and around the world.
Be sure to follow us on X at DC Broadcasting or check out our website at dctv.ca.
See you guys next time.